Upholster and barstool, made by me, Maya, stofsteen.com. So, these two could do with some spicing up. Remove the bolts with a hand tool. Take the frame apart, also using hand tools. If you use a cordless screwdriver, the heads get damaged. Give the frame a good clean and a new paint. Remove the staples with a hammer and a staple lifter. Remove the staples with the pliers, not too sharp, otherwise you will cut through the staple. Mark the underside of the seat, which is the front. Use a mini work top to remove the staples from the backrest. We made a video how to remove staples. It's on our website stofsteen.com at the frequently asked questions. Once you remove the first row of staples, the next row will show up on the backside of the backrest. Mark the fabric with FS for front side and the back side with BS or something which is clear to you. Take the cover off. Turn it inside out. Do you see those markings? Those are very important. Separate the two pieces of fabric with a seam ripper. If there aren't any markings on your cover, now it's time to do so. Then later you will know which piece will have to be stitched onto the other. Stick the pieces of fabric onto a piece of upholstery cardboard with an adhesive spray. Draw the contours onto the cardboard. Take over the markings and write on the cardboard which piece is which. So now you have a template for the backrest. Time for the seat. In this case the foam is fine. We have various videos at the DIY project on our website how to replace the foam. Measure the longest length plus 3 cm extra to tension the fabric. Measure the widest width plus 3 cm extra to tension the fabric. We will come back to the seat later on. First some action now. If you have a compressor, set it at 6 bar. Use staples of 8 mm. Measure the front of the backrest the same as the seat. Cut the fabric in a rectangle. Because the backrest has a slight curve, start to fasten the fabric with a sub-staple in the middle. If you start at the sides, the fabric will not fit tight. At first you will have some wrinkles. Then pull the fabric to the sides. Wrinkles are gone now. What a facelift! Fasten the sides with a sub-staple. Fasten the 4 corners the way I show you here, pulling the point of the fabric towards the middle. Cut the fabric towards the staple. Fold the excess of fabric and fasten with a staple. Then fasten the fabric from the middle to the corners. And don't worry, there will be some clear pictures at the end of the video. Try if it fits the frame. Okay, here we go. The first way of attaching the back of the backrest. Cut out a piece of fabric in the shape of your template which you made earlier, at all sides 2 cm bigger. You will need a curved needle, strong thread and pins. Attach the backside as shown, smooth lines. Start slip stitching. Thread is under, your needle in the fabric above. Then your thread is above your needle in the fabric under. Make stitches of approximately 1 cm. Your thread is halfway each time you make a stitch. And then pull. Make a few more stitches, pull. Whoops. Go all around the backrest. The second way. Put the piece of fabric the way I show you. Fasten the fabric with a few staples in a straight line. Take a strip of cotton and staple it on top of the fabric. Remove the excess, not with your expensive and sharp fabric scissors. Then flap over the fabric and fasten with slip stitch as shown before. The third way is sewing a cover. Cut out the fabric for the front and back side according to your template. Lock it or use a zigzag stitch. Take over your markings. Now put the two halves on top of each other, the right side of the fabric facing each other. Bobbin and thread the same color. Start stitching at a marking, leaving a bit of fabric open, otherwise the cover will not fit over the backrest. Make sure your markings reach each other. If they're not matching, it saves you a lot of time starting all over again. Turn the cover. Make sure the corners are folded properly. Put the cover on the backrest. Put the backrest upside down into a mini worktop or something you have available. Staple the front at the back end, like this. Fasten the fabric from the back at the underside. Okay, once more, but then in slow motion, the corners as last. The seat. Mark the middle on the seat. Mark the middle on the rectangle piece of fabric. Mark the warp. Put the fabric on the seat. Fasten from the middle with substaples. This is a substaple, one leg in the wood. Do so at all sides. Leave the corners for last. And as promised, close up of the corners. This bit speaks for itself. Trim the excess of fabric. Turn your seat over. Are you happy? Replace the substaples by final staples. Remove the excess of fabric. Cover the backside with a cloth. Don't forget the holes for the bolts. Now assemble everything back together. And done! This should be your end result. I hope this video tutorial is any helpful for you. So hope to see you soon on stofferstreng.com. Maya.